Couple things. I attended the Antelope Valley School Board Association meeting. I think it's good that we're out there dealing with other people in other districts. I think it's been a while since anyone's been suing us, so that's good. I think that being out there and seeing what's going on is a good thing. The ALICE training, I said something at the meeting last night that I meant. The idea that we're just starting this now because it's a check the box thing isn't true. We've been working very hard over the past couple of years about what's going on at the sites, the attitude. It's not cool to get on your cell phone and make your little punk statements or get on the internet and do whatever you're going to do. We need to change the idea that behavior, it's not acceptable. When police hear that somebody has a gun, they're not going to play around and play boy that cried wolf. They're going to come in with the SWAT team, and we don't need to diminish what our community looks like to law enforcement by being a bunch of, only I would say there's a bunch of little punks running around trying to look cool to our friends at 16 years old. We don't need that, and I think we're seeing evidence that that's not really how our average student is depicted at our schools. I am a supporter of actually doing this stuff. I don't want to force anybody to participate. We don't want to traumatize anyone, but just as somebody has a right to pick their destiny on whether or not they will culturally involve themselves in this type of behavior, I think they should have the ability to be practiced enough to just not sit there and become a victim of somebody that is going to ruin lives, and especially the lives of our kids. I don't want to measure this STRS thing by whether or not we got the grant. I think that there's been a lot of people standing at the microphone. I think there's been a lot of effort at the county. I think that the effort the county is giving, is it my understanding they were out there again today? Okay, so whatever's happening, just because you didn't get the grant is not an indicator of anything. There's been a great deal of success here. My question would be, and you'll never get the answer, if you went to the people that decide the grant, why didn't we get the grant? Is the reason, again, only I would ask this, is the reason because you have 15 other sites that are exactly like that one, and the fear is that if you give us that grant, it will open the floodgates to similar situations elsewhere. But again, you're in the mix. I'm glad you are. I think that the communication between the town council and the school board and everybody else, as everybody understands their role, has helped out immensely. And the fact that there's work being done there for the last how many months? 6 months is an indicator of success, and anything other than we're not going to be measured by if somebody gave us the grant or not. Maybe they will next time. If not, that shouldn't stop what we're doing. In all seriousness, the effort that happens at the microphone, I sat out in the audience for 5 years before I decided to run for school board, and I wasn't afraid to step up to the microphone. I understand process, I understand politics, I understand being villainized, being made about your personality while things wave you in the face. I welcomed Tim and told him, yeah, when you go into your first closed session, you find out half the things you thought you were right, and it's even worse. But beyond that, just because we can't communicate what's happening doesn't mean we're not listening. It doesn't mean that everything's perfect and we're just trying to cover everything up. But the most important thing is that you step up to the microphone and put your issue out there. Be it known, I will call, there are agencies that are remedy to any problem that I have, and I'll call them on myself. I'm not proud. So the main thing is that you stand up there and say what you're going to say. And there are remedies for everything. So for you to ask a question about what's happening and have somebody, a board member, Ed, could you write those comments you had about me on a greeting card? I would really like to show that to my family because they have a very different opinion than me. Kelly. You all know that I ask questions of every charter that comes in here. You guys will be next. They're the same questions, and mysteriously, if you've developed a pattern yet, I'm asking the questions that expose this district to liability. So when you stand up in front and testify to us that you're going to do this or you're going to do that, then it's all on tape. He's got it. I got my GoPro running right here, right now. So our mission here is not to be seen as someone who rubber stamps everything, and I don't think anything has changed over the years. It's just that some of us ask the questions, and they're on camera, so this idea that you can go and get 300 people in a room and trash us, I take it personally that we validate things. I always ask for legal's opinion. It's my understanding that this charter is completely online, and legal's opinion on this is because they are online, they have the ability to track students from the county, the home county they're in, as well as adjacent counties. If someone were to do other than that, then they can verify that in the audit. That, and that's one of the questions I'll ask. Did you go to wherever the students are, if they're in East Jesus, Kentucky, or wherever they're at? Did you do that? And the answer I'll be looking for is no. My understanding, do you know where that is? I'll show you there. My parents lived there. Anyway.
I thought you made it up.
No, God, no. At the end. So my understanding of sometimes the scores come into play, and there were some questions about the scores. Is it accurate to say that some of the kids that you get in come into you at one level, and then they work with you for a while, and it's very difficult to say that you came to us at 9th grade, and at the end of 12th grade you're going to graduate with us, and so we can track you like we do in our little school district? Is that one of the issues about grading scores and performance over the long term? Anyone?
Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you. I'm happy. I'm good. I'm done.